Well, now to what appears to be a big change in Russia this morning, a reversal in that brewing controversy ahead of the upcoming Winter Olympics. Russia now saying they will not enforce an anti-gay law during the Games. ABC's Dan Harris is here with more on that story. Dan, good morning.
Amy, good morning. This story is really developing as we go on the air this morning. After days of rhetoric that many people all over the world found very worrying, now comes what appears to be a reversal from Russian authorities, who just this morning say they plan to do the, quote, politically correct thing.
As homophobia intensifies in Russia, where just weeks ago they passed that law making it illegal to speak about homosexuality in front of children or even display a rainbow flag in public, it threatened to put the American figure skater and Olympic hopeful Johnny Weir in an exquisitely difficult position.
This law is a tragedy for the LGBT community in Russia.
Weir is not only openly gay, but he's also a longtime aficionado of all things Russian. His husband is Russian, Weir speaks the Russian language, and he's a huge fan of that country's figure skaters.
I won't stop being Johnny Weir, the gay, fabulous ice skater person walking down the street.
The new anti-gay law was championed by President Vladimir Putin, who has gone to great lengths to position himself as a manly man, posing bare-chested and riding motorcycles. On Thursday, the Russian sports minister said Olympians and their fans could be fined, deported, or even jailed if they violated the new law during the upcoming Olympic Games in Sochi, almost 6 months away. But this morning, a top Russian lawmaker says the gay propaganda law will not apply to participants and guests. Quote, the Olympics is a major international event. Our task is to be as politically correct and tolerant as we can be. This morning, the protests have gone global. The actress Tilda Swinton releasing this picture of herself in front of the Kremlin with a rainbow flag. Here at home, activists are calling for a boycott of Russian vodka and maybe even of the games themselves, an idea Johnny Weir says would only hurt athletes such as himself.
The Olympics are the athlete's life. It's our livelihood.
It's unclear whether the news this morning about the law not applying to athletes and fans will impact the mounting calls for a boycott. And it's worth noting that while Russia is now promising to be, quote unquote, politically correct and tolerant during the Games, that probably does not mean they will improve their treatment of gays the rest of the time, which is why we're seeing these ongoing protests.